We came to Salt Lake City in 1964. We were homeless. We lived in a car.
His mother was left alone a lot. She wasn't always sure what they would have for dinner. She wasn't always sure her kids would be warm at night.
I remember the people that brought food and put it on our doorstep.
Fred saw people helping his family survive, and I think that made a deep impact on him.
He remembers what that feels like, and he understands the struggles that, you know, people can have.
But I had to be willing to do more than others would do, and my dad taught me that too. He said, you know, whatever you do, washing a window, stocking the shelves in a store, whatever you do it better than anybody else.
Anything Fred does, he does really well, and he's really passionate about it. In high school, he started a band. He loves music. He loves to play the guitar. He loves to sing. And this wasn't a band that was going to be happy playing in the garage. This is actually a band that ended up opening up for the Doors. Fred joined the Army. He joined as an enlisted man, and by the time he was finished, he was a Special Forces officer. He was a Green Beret.
And I think the military had a big impact on him.
I learned how to control fear. You know, when you're jumping out of an airplane, you're scared. It also taught me, I think, how to lead, take charge, and how to make decisions that have to be made very quickly sometimes. And I learned that although I was a good athlete and I had the same, physical strength as others, I learned that a lot of it's up here.
We started out kind of as a stockbroker, real estate developer, until he found out what he was really passionate about, which was medical devices. And he's built Merit Medical from the ground up.
And we did it the old-fashioned way, is just through hard work, spending what we could afford, hoping for the best and planning for the worst.
When we've made money every quarter, every year since about after the first year of our inception.
It was a startup company. Now Merit generates about $300 million of revenue a year.
We started this entire business and have built it today to where it is from those really humble beginnings. We're the best at what we do in the world.
A lot of people know Fred as a businessman, and they know him as the founder of Merit Medical, but Fred is so multifaceted.
And he has enough information and knowledge and background, whether you're talking manufacturing or regulatory in the FDA, or you're talking accounting.
I think it's an attention deficit disorder of some sort, that I like to know things and I get bored easily, and so I have to learn something and look at something and understand something, and I have to have something happening.
He comes up with these fabulous ideas for products that make physicians and clinicians and patients' lives better.
So he has, I believe, over more than 120 patents that are either issued or pending.
I think he sees potential in others that often they don't see in themselves. He is notorious for hiring people that have never done the job that he's hiring them for.
I have terrific people here. They're all airborne Rangers, every single one of them.
He asks about their children. He asks about their spouses. He knows when people are in the hospital. He knows when someone's mother is sick.
I take that responsibility with all seriousness. I'm responsible for the lives of 2,000 families.
I think he saw that in his own upbringing with people helping his family, and it's just something that's a part of him.
I guess I just try to look for those opportunities, and they seem to find their way to me, and I'm happy to do what I can.
I think his desire to serve is the main thing that drives the political ambition.
I ran for governor in 2004. I ran because I was concerned about the way local companies were being treated.
The problem with politics is I don't think he can control all the things that he'd like to as well as he can when he's the CEO of the business.
I'm concerned about our country. I'm concerned about job creation. I'm concerned about our individual freedoms. Everybody gives a bad rap to our legislators and all those. I admire all of them.
He works hard, but if there's a baseball game, he's at the baseball game. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the afternoon.
I'm there. First of all, I like it. I like watching the kids work hard and excel, and I also think that it's important to teach them.
He loves Merit. He loves what he can do here, so I think he'll be at Merit for a long time.
He loves the war, the battle itself. I don't see him finding too much else to give him those kind of rewards.
Yeah, I'd like to have, a hit record. I'd like to be able to hit a couple of them out of the ballpark. Those things aren't going to happen. I think in a broader sense, it's continuing to do good, to be able to help those in need in our community, institutions, the arts, the university.
He contributes so much to so many things that I think his legacy will be that of giving.
On behalf of my family, great thanks to my wife Anne Marie, to Kent Stanger, to the wonderful employees that I get to work with every day, the University of Utah. A heartfelt thank you very much.